Hello there, I hope you're feeling happy and healthy as always. Please excuse my incredibly homely aesthetic, as from here on out I'll be broadcasting from isolation. We're using this lovely home studio until we're told that we are allowed to return back to the garage building. So today we're going to be covering a question I get asked about very often, and that is tips and tricks for auditions. Now, there are a large amount of different audition styles. You might be asked to prepare a monologue or take part in a workshop or sing, and because of this, today's masterclass is going to look at a very general overview of the audition setting. And if people are keen to learn more about a specific type of audition, for example drama school auditions or musical auditions in particular, let me know in the comments below and I'll look at this in another video. So, without further ado, from the experience of someone who has now spent time on both sides of the audition table, here are some key things to think about ahead of your next audition. So I cannot emphasise this one enough, certainly in a professional setting, and to be honest, equally in an amateur or community setting. Knowing the basic plot of a show shows that you are a committed person. It fills the auditioners with a certain amount of confidence that you are genuinely interested in the show that you're going to be making. Because, for example, if you tell the panel how much you love the show and how much you love performing, but you don't know the names of any of the characters, you don't know the plot or anything like that, you may find yourself swinging the audition panel in the opposite direction than you'd like to. I mean, help yourself out from the very beginning. Choosing the right monologue or song or dance piece that will enable you to show the best of yourself is so important. If you are 18 years old, choose a monologue that you're able to connect with. A monologue for a character that's 67 and talking about how life has passed them by and their regrets is just not playing to your strengths. No matter how well you act, you're just not 67. I mean, it doesn't mean you need to specifically play a character who is your age, but it's helpful to not stray too far away in terms of themes that you can connect with. It is a similar situation if you need to prepare a song or a dance. If you're singing, choose something that's within your range or transpose or down and up comfortably. And for example, if you're not sure, if it feels comfortable to sing, fantastic. If it doesn't, it's probably not for you. Equally, make sure if you're doing a dance audition, choose a kind of dance that you are comfortable with performing. Now, this is perhaps the most important thing I want to tell everybody I have ever auditioned. There are a lot of great performers in the world whom all are as talented as each other, but there's only one you. Your greatest strength is that you are you, with all the strengths and weaknesses and unique way of looking at things that come with it. It can be really tempting, I think, to imitate the people we admire or try and provide what we think a director wants. But truly, what we want to see is how you approach the material that we're tackling. You are valuable, you are who you want to meet. You bringing yourself is enough. Now, there are some casting directors or institutions who share different opinions on this, so if you're unsure, it is worth contacting whomever you're auditioning for to check whether they expect you to learn your material off by heart or not. Certainly in the auditions that I have run, I am far keener to watch you grapple with the material itself rather than watch you sort of stare off into the middle distance trying to remember your lines that you've just not had very long to learn. It may appear at first like learning it is something you can do to impress the panel, but you may actually be hamstringing your own chances of engaging with the material fully. Do work on knowing the content, not the words. Now this one needs a distinction, I think, because you do want to stand out, it's true, but it's important that you stand out for the right reasons. Standing out because you've done your homework, have come prepared, you've given a great audition is excellent. You're standing out for all of the right reasons. The standing out that I'm referring to is when performers are purposefully making bizarre choices in order to appear different from their peers, or trying to do something wild and crazy, or sometimes purposefully are trying to make other people in the audition look bad. I mean, if you do it, you'll certainly stand out, but for all of the wrong reasons. Also, as a general announcement, If you are in an audition and reading a scene with an assistant or someone on the panel, please always ask them if they're happy for you to touch them or interact with them. Too many times have I found myself being manhandled across an audition desk by an actor trying to make an impression, and I mean, believe me, it makes an impression, but not a good one. No one likes it. Please always check first. Now, it is much easier said than done, I know, but I would like to reassure you that your audition panel are not there to trick you or humiliate you or set you up to fail. And to be honest, if they are, then they're people you should avoid working with at all costs anyway. Your audition panel are as eager to see you do well as you want to, because that means that they found someone amazing. You know, people often worry about being judged by an audition panel, but we really are on your side. We're not there to judge you in any of the ways that you're worrying about. Because you might expect to find that an audition panel is there to decide whether you're good enough or not, but it's just not the case. All your panels are thinking about where in the fabric of a show they're intending to make you could fit, and all the different ways you might be suitable for roles. We're looking for ways to fit you into a show, not to exclude you, and certainly we're not silently filing away that you messed up a line and thus banning you from all future endeavours in the industry, despite how it might feel. In the right audition setting, we're all on the same team. And don't forget, it is also a chance for you to audition us as well. It's your chance to audition the panel and find out what they're like and whether you want to work with them. Also, on a side note, as a public service announcement for anyone who's been in an audition with me, I do have resting frowny face. Believe me, I really am enjoying your audition. I'm just thinking. So that is just 6 tips that I have pulled from my experiences, and I hope they've been useful. If you'd like any clarification on any of these points, or would like to shout out for a further video on specific types of audition or any other kind of masterclass, do just give us a shout in the comments below and I will do my best. Have a great day, stay safe, and we will see you soon.